Welcome back to Orthodoxy Finite page, and here you are going to watch our second episode of Pan-Orthodox Roundtable. The first episode of Pan-Orthodox Roundtable was focusing on Russia and its exarchate and other development that was going on in 2022. And uh, now, here in May 2023, we are producing our second episode, which uh, on which we are trying to concentrate on Serbia, Macedonia, Kosovo, and Montenegro. Today, for the same, we have Dragan Radojcin with us from Serbia, who is a journalist, theologian, commentator, and we are also really happy that he's one of the person who is much interested in Oriental Orthodox churches as he has made studies related to Coptic Church. And he has also made his impact on Kosovo and Serbian TVs as being journalist and commentator. So he is here with us to explain or to give more information about Serbia, the Serbian Church, Serbian Orthodox Church, about the Montenegrin, Macedonian Orthodox Church, and the issues of Kosovo and Montenegro, which is faced by Serbian Orthodox Church. So before going directly towards this particular roundtable, uh, I like to mention the present situation of Serbia, where Serbia was going on through mass shootings. So two cases were reported in and around Belgrade, where mass shootings were held in schools, which led to uh, uh, huge number of casualties of students, teachers, and guards. Here, I like to mention the concern that Serbian Patriarch Porphyry was giving to this particular issue, and uh, his plans or his suggestion towards schools to increase the spiritual contents in the school so that it would be more helpful for the upbringing of each and every student. So, going directly to Dragan, um, than what I introduced you about. Uh, what's your interest more onto Pan-Orthodoxy, and particularly as you are from Serbian Orthodox Church, we like to know how you follow or listen to Oriental Orthodox churches.
First of all, I would like to say thank you, and to say greetings to your viewers and to Orthodoxy Cognate page, also to your church, the Malankara Orthodox Church. Am I right? Yeah, or as we say it here in Serbia, Indian Orthodox Church, who derived from Saint Apostle Thomas. I'm so grateful to speak for your program. Well, yes, Serbia is going now through difficult times because of this mass shooting. It was first time in her modern history. A lot of people died and a lot of people injured. And so now Patriarch Porphyry call us all to be together in faith and love and not to divide in society. Because a lot of people now is saying it's a guilty of media, of reality shows, of a lot of shootings on television and TV programs. You know, society is full of evil spirits deriving from the West, unfortunately, with movies, with as they say, family programs, but these family programs are not actually family programs, but with weapons, with shootings, with crimes, and the people are very angry this time in Serbia, and we have some kind of demonstrations, protests on our streets against violence, because a lot of violence we can see on television, we can see everywhere.
And on Pan-Orthodoxy and Oriental and Eastern Orthodox churches, what's your thoughts on Pan-Orthodoxy? The idea of Pan-Orthodoxy, like bringing the union between both the families of Orthodox churches.
Yes, yes. I hope I'm praying to God to make a visible unity among, how can we say, Byzantine Orthodox churches and the Oriental Orthodox churches, because we share one faith. I'm deeply concerned about it, and the problems could be specifically terminology. But I think it's not so big problem that we cannot have a visible unity and the Eucharistic unity. Like today we had in Russia, I think some delegation from the Malankara Orthodox Church was there, and that was so nice dialogue among the Moscow Patriarchate and the Malankara Church, as I realized.
Another example is from your one of your interested area. So the Russian Orthodox delegation of monks were visiting Coptic Orthodox churches recently, and they have even celebrated liturgy and other prayers, including Vesper, in the great and holy monastery of Mount the monastery of Saint Anthony, where Saint Anthony
Yeah.
was from. So these type of examples in front of us, or the developments that we are seeing in present day, it's really a great vision for us towards our unity and for more visible cooperation between Byzantine and Oriental Orthodox churches. So let's go to the serious part of the interview that we are planning to concentrate on. So particularly nowadays, from 2020, at least from 2020, we have heard about issues in Kosovo against Serbian community and Serbian Orthodox Church. Even in last December, we heard that Patriarch Porphyry was not allowed to enter into the geographical boundaries of Kosovo, as the Prime Minister and the President and the government made decisions to keep him away from entering Kosovo. As we all know, Kosovo is the heart of Orthodox Serbian Christianity, including that of ancient Patriarchate of Pek, which still stands and which is still the chair of Serbian Patriarch. So, as you have deep experience in Kosovo, we like to hear from you. What's really happening in Kosovo? What's the political agenda behind this government to keep Serbian Orthodox Church and the Serbian community from the mainstream of Kosovo, and their intentions to join with ideas of greater Albania and other things? What's your thoughts on this? Why they are trying to keep the church away, and why we need forces like that of KFORs to protect our churches in Pek or in any parts of Kosovo? What's the ground reality about this?
You know, Kosovo. Well, the issue of Kosovo is very important for Serbs, because what is Jerusalem for the Jews? It's a Kosovo for Serbs. And the Kosovo was a long time part of Serbia, from her history, from the beginning of our nation. And what was happening during the history, during the Ottoman times, the Turkish period, a lot of Albanians entered into Kosovo and they settled there. And they started to live, and they started to kill Christian people, especially Serbs, in that time. What was happened after? You have centuries, and Albanians came and settled in Kosovo. And today they said Kosovo is actually Albanian. It's not Serbian, because they're majority. But how they are majority? During the Second World War, but even before, in the First World War, they killed a lot of Serbs. They had mass crimes on Kosovo, and a lot of Serbs went out of Kosovo. And now we have a situation that after Second World War, after communist regime in Serbia, in former Yugoslavia, after NATO bombing 1999 and the war on Kosovo, Serbs are minorities and Albanian are majority there. And what is horrible? Horrible is that international community said Kosovo is independent country. When I said international community, I think about USA, I think about European Union, and all Western world, not about Eastern world or China, Russia, or India, or Brazil, or because that countries didn't recognize Kosovo as independent country, but Western world did it. Even in the European Union, you can find Cyprus, Spain, Romania, Slovakia, and Greece. They don't recognize Kosovo as independent country. And that's the problem. So it is the main problem that Serbia actually is not at the present moment is not ruled over Kosovo. We have Serbs there. We have on the North Kosovo some kind of our structures, but most of them are not. And actually, Kosovo is somewhere between independency and between Serbia. Even it is part of Serbia, and for me, it's a part of state of Serbia, and I can say it is occupied by NATO. But what can we do? We have some peace agreement from 1999 after the NATO bombing Serbia. And about that peace agreement, our military forces and the police forces are out of Kosovo. They're not anymore in Kosovo, and everything there is under NATO, under KFOR, and under a local Kosovo government, which is unfortunately Albanian, most of them. And of course, you can find some Serbs there, but that's minority, and they don't have their vote is not same like Albanian vote in that part of Serbia. So it is important there to have the Serbian Orthodox Church, because our historical buildings, our history is there. And what was happening? They're attacking our churches. It was 2004 when we had like what was happened with Jews in the Nazi Germany. It's the same is happening with Serbs in Kosovo, unfortunately, and that's every day, and we can do nothing, actually. But we're trying to have dialogue with Albanians, with our state policies is to have peace. And to work for peace and prosperity in the area, but depends a lot of things. And now situation is not well, of course.
So, was there any political intentions behind keeping Serbian patriarch away from Kosovo? Like in last December, we have seen he was stopped. What's the political?
Because they would like to say we are independent country, and you are not over Kosovo, and we will decide when you come and where you will not come, or will you come or will you not come to Kosovo, and when, and then it won't be decided by Belgrade or Serbian authorities, but by Kosovo authorities in Pristina.
We were really then happy that the president of Serbia came out with the support and his support. And I'm really happy to hear that the Serbian government is much supportive towards Serbian Orthodox Church. We have examples from Orthodox world that many of the governments are not much supportive towards the church. But in case of Serbia, the real story is something excellent, where the government and the church is having good relations without any fallout in their relations.